I'm going to miss being able to afford food. 2024 might be the greatest year in gaming history. Picture the scene. Christmas has just gone by and also some birthdays that you need to buy presents for or go out for a nice meal, so maybe want to hold back on spending. Oh, but wait! Then the gaming industry catapults 12 bangers back to back into your face. January 16th, Alone in the Dark, a stunning reimagining of the 1992 classic. January 18th, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, the next entry in the franchise after its decades-long hiatus, and infinite delay of the Sands of Time remake. Yeah, sorry fans of that game. January 19th, another Code Recollection. Recollection? Who saw Trace Memory getting a remake? January 25th, Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney Trilogy, another excellent remaster from Capcom. Also January 25th, Under Night in Birth 2, Cis Celes, a sequel to the legendary fighter from 2012. January 26th, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, the next entry in the epic Yakuza series. Also January 26th, Tekken 8. Tekken is iconic, and I can't wait to see how this one improves on Tekken 7. Also, I love the chain being the 8 in the logo. So, that's just January. If you're a fan of JRPGs, February is your month. February 1st, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I'll be honest, I don't know too much about it, but it looks phenomenal and I can't wait. February 2nd, Persona 3 Reload. A new Persona game is always something to get hyped about, but a game that takes the iconic third game and remakes it to be better, yes please. Also February 2nd, Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. I mean, everyone was hyped, and then we saw the gameplay showcase, and I truly hope it ends up being great with the extra time they've had. February 14th, Tomb Raider 1-3 Remastered. A brand new generation gets to enjoy, and also suffer, through the challenging adventures that Lara Croft embarks upon. February 16th, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Nintendo is killing it with the remakes lately, and a remake of the arguably best entry in the series is very exciting. And February 29th, on the leap year, that is genius, I love it, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh my gosh, everyone is excited for Cloud on a Segway, and maybe a couple of other things, the fate of characters, who cares about that? Gimme Chocobo Racing! So that's just the first 2 months, and I'm around £700 poorer. I won't be listing every game to come out in 2024 in this list, because 1, there are too many, 2, there are some I'm not aware of, and 3, some will almost certainly get revealed, and I can't actually see into the future. I'll try and only talk about games that are definitely coming out in 2024, but I will bring up a couple which are likely, or I just want to put them on your radar. The ones that will most likely slip me by are indies, so let's get hype for some epic indies scheduled to release in 2024. Let's start with the most likely 2024 release. This video is releasing in September of 2023, so unless Team Cherry surprises us with an end-of-year treat, I think Hollow Knight Silksong will be a 2024 game. And what a game it will be! It looks incredible every time we see it, and let's be honest, we haven't actually seen too much, and please let's keep it that way until release. I want to be surprised. Hades 2 is scheduled to enter early access in Q2 of 2024, and I think everyone is hyped for that. Supergiant Games never miss, and I don't think there's any chance of them missing here. Earthblade is the next game by the legendary developers at Extremely OK Games, the team behind Celeste. Whilst we don't know too much about the game, we've only seen one trailer, if it's half as good as Celeste, it'll be a treat. Hyper Light Breaker is set in the same world as Hyper Light Drifter, but this time it's 3D and procedurally generated. It's incredible to see how they've captured the same feel of the gameplay with an extra dimension, and I can't wait to play it. Grapple Dog Cosmic Canines is one to look out for. Grapple Dog is such a fun game, and the sequel looks like it's shaping up to be even better. Oh, by the way, to be clear, unless I state a specific date, it's just scheduled at some point in 2024. Anyway, back to the indies. The Plucky Squire. Explore the joys of a humble 2D book, to the thrills of leaping out of the page into a gorgeous 3D world. This is easily one of my most hyped 3D platformers, as is Penny's Big Breakaway. This 3D platformer, developed by the people who also worked on Sonic Mania, has all the potential in the world, and I can't wait to finally play it. Rugrats Adventure in Gameland. I'm sorry, what? Why is there a new Rugrats game in 2024? And why does it look so good? Baby Steps. Bennett Foddy's next game looks absolutely chaotic. This is gonna be fun, frustrating, eye-opening, life-defining, and heartache-inducing all at once. Probably. Europa, another 3D platformer I cannot wait for. Inspired by Studio Ghibli's art style, I will never know which one it is. Europa is easily one of the most beautiful looking games I've ever played. There's a demo available, so give it a go. Animal Well, scheduled to release in Q1 of 2024. This looks like a fantastic 2D platformer that will haunt my nightmares. Hashtag Blood! Blood is a stunning looking dungeon crawler that will bring as much satisfaction as 90s cartoons. That's a lot, by the way. Bow, Path of the Teal Lotus, is a cool looking Metroidvania, which has me in the title. It's nothing to do with me, it's the colour. Little Kitty Big City. It's another epic 3D platformer where you play as a little kitty in a big city. I've been lucky enough to play this, and it is such a fun time, and it's super cute too. Pepper Grinder looks so rad. Like a blend of the Yellow Wisp from Sonic Colors, and a bit of Rayman Legends with its own personality. This will be a treat for sure. Also published by Devolver Digital, and they just publish great games, so yeah, that's pretty much a certification of it will be great. Thank goodness you're here! The next game by the creators of an Untitled Goose Game. Do I need to say anything more? The next ones don't have concrete dates yet, so it might be 2025 and beyond, but you should know about them. Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom is a crazy 3D platformer where you play as a yellow taxi. And do you go vroom? Why yes, you do. Ruffy and the Riverside. This is super cool. You transform items into other environmental items, and I'm very intrigued to see how much depth this will have. To a T. Would it surprise you to hear that this T-posing protagonist is by the creator of Katamari? Yeah, I didn't think so. Shim. I love everything about Shim. This game cannot come soon enough. Frogun Encore. Frogun was such a stellar 3D platformer, this will no doubt be just as great. Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumberland is a wonderful 2D platformer. Stunning visuals, super fun gameplay. If the rest of the game is half as good as the demo, it's going to be a fantastic game. Floppy and the Sleepy Planet is such a cute looking 3D platformer. This has been on my radar for a while, and I hope it does well. Billy Bust Up is another epic looking 3D platformer, but with musical bosses. The songs are absolute bops, you can listen to some of them already, and the gameplay is fantastic. Haunty is one of the prettiest looking games here. I just dig this whole vibe. Soda Powered Penguin is incredible. Play the demo and you will understand why it's so good. Visually, it looks like Celeste, but the gameplay is one of the most satisfying games I've ever played, with the design to match and challenge you. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh. And that's it for the indies. There's way more than that, but these are the ones that truly stand out to me that I'm aware of. Let's take a brief detour to some concrete dates. March 8th, Unicorn Overlord, the next tactical RPG by Vanillaware and Atlas. Reputation aside, I love the name. Absolutely brilliant. March 22nd, Princess Peach Showtime. It's so great to see Peach get a new solo game, and it looks fantastic. And that's that. Yeah, there's not too many that we know the exact date beyond February. But of course, there are a bunch of AAA titles that are scheduled for 2024 but don't have exact dates yet. So let's go. Death Stranding 2. Yep, Death Stranding is getting a sequel. I'm intrigued to see where it's going and how it's going to differ, if at all, to the first. Star Wars Outlaws. Ubisoft look like they've made something pretty special here. Please be as great as it looks. I crave more legendary Star Wars games. Dungeons of Hinterberg. When this 1 minute long trailer revealed itself, it stole my heart. I have a suspicion this could be one of the best games of the year. Little Nightmares 3. It is so cool to see the Little Nightmares series grow. Please only give me Little Nightmares and not the large ones with the paralysis demons, thank you. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam is probably releasing in 2024. It's a brand new Professor Layton game. Need I say anything more? Pal World. Pokemon with guns and sweatshops. What? Why does it look so good? No, it's something like this is supposed to be the worst thing ever. Why does it look great? Final Fantasy XIV expansion, Dawn Trail. It's more Final Fantasy. Can't go wrong there. And speaking of, Final Fantasy XVI DLC. I don't know where in the story it will be set, but they said there are 2 expansions coming, and I'm ready for anything. Zenless Zone Zero, yet another Hoyoverse game. They keep releasing great games, and this one looks fantastic too. I'm ready to spend hundreds of hours on it. Metaphor ReFantasio, previously known as Project ReFantasy. If you knew what this is already, you're already hyped. If you don't, let me explain. This is by the developers who made Persona 3, Persona 4, and Persona 5. Over 5 years ago, they announced they were working on something called Project ReFantasy, and then out of nowhere at the Xbox Showcase, the trailer dropped. It looks like Persona, but in a fantasy world. Yes, please, sign me up, it is going to be amazing. Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door Remake. I cannot believe this is happening. This game will be amazing, absolutely no question, but with this, combined with the other games Nintendo have been making, utilizing creative new characters, then this is potentially the gateway to a brand new Paper Mario game like the good old days. I cannot wait to see what the future has in store. But for now, this is coming out in 2024, and I can't wait for it. Alright, the final two are in speculation territory, but let's go with it. Spyro 4. 2024 is the year of the dragon. The Platinum Trophy in Spyro Reignited Trilogy is Party Like It's 2024, and Spyro 4 was teased in Crash 4. Maybe it won't release and will just get announced in 2024, but I want to believe it's happening. It'd be amazing if so. And finally, I think it's pretty clear that the Switch 2, or whatever it ends up being called, is happening, and most likely in 2024. I'm very excited to see what it brings and what games are able to do on it. The showcases behind closed doors have been very promising, maybe not as powerful as a PS5 or Xbox Series XS, but still very powerful, and Nintendo are wizards at extracting the most out of their consoles. So, well, I think we're just going to get a lot of really, really cool games in the next few years. And with that, I've just talked about over 50 games, presumably releasing in 2024. What a wild year it will be, especially the first 2 months. If there are any indie devs watching this, please do not release your game during January and February. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think you'll be overshadowed by everything else, and I personally would really like to cover your games, and I won't have time, so please delay it a little bit. Give yourself a chance. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, I would very much appreciate it if you would leave a like and subscribe and share the video around, and maybe check out other stuff that I've got on the channel. I've got plenty of fun playthroughs. I got lots of review-based stuff. I got best of like playlists and whatnot, so you can check out my best ofs and my Teal's Tales and all that stuff. But yes, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time, and for some playthroughs of new games for the rest of this year and next year. Really looking forward to it. I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.